This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A-game to the table.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checks with the projectile. Denied up top. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where's this match gonna go? And that attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Neither of them willing to give up ground here. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Player 2 chases him down. Grabs him. Big counter, taking stock. This Dragon Lash Flame could be big. Both of them are low on health and they are playing very cautiously. Just goes for it at this range. Jumps up, KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Creates distance to try to get a read on the opponent. They hit each other. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Jumps in. Sure you can. Going in? Player 2 has the chance to win the rounds if they can put their drive to good use. Got him clutch, anti-air. Meets them out of air. You're done. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Opens with the jump in. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Swap that off. Backdashes for space. Manon's metal level won't sets up with the jump in. That's gonna leave him rattled. What now? The Shinrai. Player 2 has full drive gauge, but is on the down and out. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Creates distance to try to get a read on the opponent. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Gets down. Opts for the throw. Well in range to score the throw. That's some big, juicy damage on that counter hit. Had the radar up and running. What's their game? Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. It's backed into the corner with pressure building. Next hit will end the round. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Fireballs right out of the gate. All right, who's gonna swing first? Combo with the target combo. Not shy with the grab. Player 1 can work with this lead. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Was hungry for the grab. Going in? Player 2, raw super hard. The Dragon Lash Flames giving them a side switch on top of the damage. Now can they finish the job? Looking for it, it's there! That's what happens when you capitalize. Ready for history to be made.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store. Good anti-air. Denied up top. Lots of aggression from both sides. Big counter. There's a corner switch. Gets out of the corner. Combo with the target combo. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Pressure is so intense. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on driving, and that's a KO. Time that perfectly. Player 1 draws first blood, and it's on the board. Can they keep the momentum?
Round 2. Fight.
Starts the party with a jump in. Getting the throws pumped up with Manège Doré. Brushes that off and keeps going. and already back to the wall. Going in? Player 2 is holding on to that corner advantage. Still slugging it out and getting sweaty. Big throw. What are they doing? Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Commits to the spiral arrow. Player 2 can't let this sit. He to the left. The pressure must be driving them nuts. Drive impact misses. Player 2 with the rhythm, owning that space. There's a drive impact. Down and out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
Jump! Connects with impact squash. Pushes that off and keeps going. Both throws them. Throw option always good for the damage. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach this situation will be interesting. What are they doing? Constantly building that metal level. She's got a plan here. Looking for a hole. Trump that off. Super art control what a PhD fighter can do for you. Amazing. This round is key. That's gonna leave them round. Player 2 needs to use their drive moves to have any chance of a comeback. Give them some of that PDA. Player 2, it's over. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. All right, stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Here we go. Let's see what these fighters have in store. Jump in finds the mark. Decides to go with the target combo. That's some big, juicy damage on that counter hit. Gets a read on the opponent. Neither of them willing to give up ground here. Decides to spin the meter to open up some more chances. Player 2 chases him down. Slight doubt is all it took. Player 2 draws first blood and it's on the board. Can they keep the momentum?
Round 2. Fight!
Spinning that drive game. Ooh, are we going to see some fireworks here? Dashes up. Right kick for a mix-up. Bops him with the target combo. Gutsy play with the grab. There's nuh-uh to the impact. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Those powered-up throws, hitting a little dip, no escaping that. That's what happens when you capitalize on all. See what kind of tricks they have up their sleeves. Let's see what they try and do here in this first round. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Checks them with the projectile. Secures the jump in. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Life lead is opening up, but that KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give him a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Big low reaching heavy. Uses a long range attack there to zone them perfectly. Safely buffs the metal level. Goes for the jump in. Knockdown and still struggling for control, pries him open with the Shoryuken. Player 2 needs to use, not looking good. The corners are bad, closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? They are letting it fall from the kick. This can lead to some big damage. Not gonna hit. Uses a, oh, what a flex with the counter. Sends a clear message with that counter. Player 2 is on track to steal this back. Nothing stops this train. Point blank range here. Here comes the, it's over. Player 2 was the only one left standing after that. That's what I like to see. Talk that. It is not over. They want that run back. How's it going to unfold? Closes in. Adds a little spice with the overdrive. There's an overdrive Shoryu. Combo with the target combo. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both fighters. Player 2 needs to deal with his burnout. Grabs him, knocked down. Player 2 in trouble with no drive. Steals the KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Fight!
He takes the hit and keeps on trucking. All right, who's gonna swing first? Misses the drive impact. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impact. Digs in deep to get that drive impact. Experiencing burnout. What are they doing? Gets the KO. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Opens with a fireball. Final round. Who will the fighting game god's favorite hit smart move to stay on guard? Dashes forward. Taking chunks out of this is gonna hurt. Player 2 is on the brink of disaster. Both there's a burnout. Drops him. Straight to the point. Both sides getting crowns from above. A real test of nerve here. Butterfingers. Perfect read with the anti-air. Are you for real? Both game or done.
Manon.
I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. For history to be made.
負けないわよ。
Round 1. Fight!
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Starts with the jump in. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buy some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Neither of them willing to give up ground here. With the life gap opening up, they need to utilize drive. Down to the wire. Picture perfect punish counter. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Holds out with the block. Decides to meet them in the air. Takes a trip. Medium kick. Hits it. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight!
Opts to create space to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Who'll gain control of the match in the early going? Medium kick hits, so they break forward to pressure the opponent. Medium kick. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Player 2 is barely hanging in there, but the steel mount gotta do better than that. Needs to find a chance to seal the deal here. KO. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Both looking for an opening, they want to get in and do damage. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buy some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Impact's a no-go. You can block impact, but it's still going to cause you some drive gauge. At this range, many attacks connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is so important. Pokes with the medium kick. Reads them. No escaping that. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give him a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Jumps in. Ooh, are we going to see some fireworks here? Big low reaching heavy. Uses a long-range attack there to zone them perfectly. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Medium kick hits. That corner's gonna make it hard to get away. chases him into the corner and will now look to do some damage. The low heavy is denied. Full SA meter brushes that off and keeps going. Ooh, burnout activates. Player 1 has an empty drive. That's gonna leave him rattled. Was hungry for the grab. Noticeable life is there. Player 1 gets a clear victory. I know they want to add more W's to that column.